I'm in the northern Adelaide Plains visiting a local distillery to cook with some gin made from John's secret family recipe.
We're a distillery here in Virginia, in South Australia, and we named 36 Short after our father's suit size. He wasn't a tall man. They used to go to the same tailor and he used to say to him, 44 long, and he said, no, you know I'm 36 short, and went on as a standard family joke from there. We grew up on the family farm, and then we ended up going on to wholesaling after that through the fruit and veg. The first time I remember distilling was when I was about 10, 12 years old with my father in the back shed. When my father was back in Macedonia, he was taught by his father, and when he came out to Australia, he couldn't buy the rakia anywhere, so my dad decided to make a little bit for himself and for his brothers, and that's how he got into the distilling side. Because it was my father's dream to get it up and running, I think it just flowed on from there. We use real fruit in our distilling, like the blood oranges are real blood oranges, the rhubarb's real rhubarb, the original gin's got real lemons in it. And then it depends where you cut it, the strengths and how clean you leave it. I think that's the main secret, and you got to enjoy what you do. So,
what I'm really interested in is the rhubarb gin. So we not only get to taste it, as in drink it, but maybe we should do some cooking with it too.
Yeah, that'd be a good idea, I think.
Sounds good.
All right.
I'm in the northern Adelaide Plains, a very fertile part of South Australia. They grow fantastic fruit and vegetables. They also make phenomenal gin, particularly this new one, rhubarb gin. It's made with juniper berries, just like all gin, but also flavoured with rhubarb. Rhubarb has a really tart flavour, so it goes nicely in the gin. It also goes nicely with kingfish, so I'm going to make a rhubarb gin cured kingfish. Now this is a 400-gram piece of kingfish, the loin of the kingfish. This in fact is from South Australia, and you can see how fresh it is. So to start the curing process, I need about 100 millilitres of this gin. I'm going to roughly measure it out, and I'm going to pour this over the kingfish loin. So just roll the fish in the gin and just let it sit there for a few minutes. In another bowl, I'll add half a cup of caster sugar, and I'll just leave some behind because I will use that for my beetroot later on, along with half a cup of salt that I'll roughly measure out, just some salt flakes, so basically even amounts of sugar to salt. And now to really enhance that gin flavour, or the juniper berry flavour, we'll add 3 juniper berries. They do have a strong flavour, so you really only need 3. And with the back of my knife, I'm just going to bruise that. And you can see inside how we've squashed that, so that's going to give us a lovely flavour. Some coriander seeds that I've toasted and crushed. And 3 bay leaves. I'm using fresh bay leaves, but you can use dry bay leaves for this, and I'll just tear them apart with my fingers. Great. Now I'm going to give that a mix. Just squish it up in your hands to get all the flavours out, and the smell of that is just fantastic. Now I just need to give myself some room on this bench because now we need to wrap our kingfish. So just some cling film and another piece. I like to use double so it really stays in place. Just cut that there. And now we'll add half of this mix to the cling film. Just make a bed for the fish to sit on, so spread it out. And we'll place this loin of kingfish on top. I'm just going to pour some of the gin over the top, just a small amount, and then the rest of this salt cure can go on top. Now for the remainder of the gin, we'll just pour that over and just let it soak into the fish. Now you can see that there's some parts of the fish that are exposed. We don't want that. We want it to be completely encrusted in that salt and sugar mixture. So just cover it up, press it down into the fish. And now we're ready to wrap this up. So just fold that over quite tightly and then wrapping it up. And for some extra assurance, another piece of cling film. Pop that in there and wrap it up. Perfect. How easy is that to do? Now, the curing time really depends on your taste. You can leave this overnight, it will have a stronger flavour, or you can leave it for 3 to 4 hours. I'm going to leave it for about 3 to 4 hours. This is cured, so now it's time to plate up. So carefully open up the plastic, don't cut into the fish, and we'll just tear that off. All of those lovely flavours from the spices and the bay leaf have really penetrated into the fish, and I can feel that the fish is firmed up. That's because the salt has drawn out a lot of the moisture from the fish. So carefully take that out, and we need to wash this. See how much liquid is in there? It's incredible how much moisture comes out of that fish. Now I'm going to place this into some water and just wash off all of the spices, drain that, and then onto some paper towel. So again, we just want to dry it as best we can. And that is ready to go. See how the structure of the protein has changed so much? See how firm and dry it is? Just delicious. Now, I should probably have a taste of it, just so you can see how salty and sweet it is, and to ensure we can taste the gin. Oh, that is just delicious. You really do taste the juniper in it, the gin, of course, and that slight rhubarb flavour. I love it. Okay, to serve with this, I have some beetroot, some cooked beetroot, and I just want to season it with a hint of sugar, just some caster sugar, a pinch of salt, and some sherry vinegar. So some acid in here is a good idea because it will counterbalance the earthiness of that beetroot. Now I'll give that a mix. What a beautiful colour. And just bring the whole thing together with some extra virgin olive oil. Okay, now before I plate this up, I'm going to slice our gorgeous South Australian kingfish here. Nice thin pieces, just on an angle with a really sharp knife. This is quite delicate, so you don't want big chunks of it. You want it to be quite thin, almost like you were cutting sashimi. Now on the plate, I'll add some creme fraiche. Creme fraiche is lovely and tart also, so it goes nicely with this. And I'll just smear that on one side. Our beetroot in the center of that. It's okay if it bleeds a little. And now our gin cured kingfish. Just drape it along that beetroot. I still want to show that beautiful color of the beetroot. A few more pieces. And a few garnishes, beetroot leaves. I'm just showing off here, but you don't have to add this. You can just add some chives if you like. A small amount of olive oil over the top. And this was not planned in my recipe, but I found a gorgeous pomegranate tree just behind the distillery. These are so sweet that I thought it must go on this dish. And the colour, I mean, look at those gorgeous little gems. I'm just going to turn it around and tap some of the seeds out, and we'll just decorate the plate with them. Just makes it extra special. Pretty proud of that, and I think my new friends John and Con are going to love this. I'm going to take it to them. Fingers crossed they like it. I thought I was the only cook. You've been cooking all day too.
Our mum's been cooking today as well. She's made some musnik for us to go with your kingfish.
Well, what a feast.
Now we have a drink.
Cheers.
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 Thank you very much.
Cheers.
It's delicious.
We'll have to try the kingfish. This was cured in your rhubarb gin, which is outstanding, by the
Yeah,
way. I
thank
love
you.
it. All right, I'll serve this up for you.
Thank you.
With fish, beetroot.
Thank you.
So, what I'm really excited about is your mother's. What's it called? A
Musnik, it's called.
I'm going to go that bit right there. This is delicious.
That's nice.
There's so much of this. We can't eat this by ourselves.
We'll
We'll
try.
have to call everyone over.
Get everyone over.
Get everyone out.
Over.
Come on, everyone, come out. And the dog too. And we'll get Harry.
And the dog.
Hello, family.
Well, sit down.
said, Nick.
I thought my Kingfish was great, and then you guys
No,
you
Kingfish
outdid me here with all of this beautiful food. So thank you very much.
Thank you,
I love it.
Thank you.
Cheers to gin. Cheers to 36 gin, right?
Thank you.